Grant is in the starting roster for the first time.
Well, he hasn't solidified himself yet in the NBA, but this is a guy that I think has a chance to be a solid pro. I don't think he'll ever be a star, but if he can maintain the right work ethic and attitude, I think there's a place in the league for him.
And here is Yao, averaging 22 points a game. Now let's check out the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Now, Clark, as you take a look at the Hornets, what do you think will be the key for them?
Well, their focus has to be on Yao Ming. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint. So you've got to fight him in the post area. Don't let him get that deep post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
Now, Clark, let's talk about Houston. What about them? What's the key for them?
Well, if they can force a bad game out of chances. The NBA hardwood is one of the few places where stealing is encouraged, and he's the master. If you get casual with the ball around him, he'll pick your pocket.
It ought to be a compelling game to watch. Thanks, Clark. Emeka Okafor was such a sensational college player. He has not really had that same translation to the NBA. Why do you think that is, Clark?
Well, I think he was geared towards being a solid, productive, everyday player in the NBA. And that's what he's been. He's a double-double guy who blocks shots, but he's not ever going to be what I would call a marquee star in the NBA.
And here are the Hornets now. Paul. Rebound by Yao.
He's not giving an inch on defense. He really bothered that shot.
Here's Lowry. Gets in close. They retain possession. Got the blocked by Peja. Rockets on D. Still without a basket in the game. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Kevin, it simply came down to bench production. At the right time, they helped out defensively. They gave him some good minutes at both ends of the floor. That's exactly what you expect and desire from your bench players.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, following the score by Houston. Here's Okafor. Nails it from close range. He's got 6.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Yao. Kept. Here's Ariza. Inside runner. Hit. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
One area that was really lacking was their judgment beyond the arc. Having a rough day back there from deep? Please, son, just don't keep jacking up threes, okay? Let's get it inside every now and then.
So it's Houston now after David West's bucket. Battier. Now inside. Here's Ariza. Stojakovic gets the board inside. New Orleans in the lead. West. It in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
And now the first time called here for the Rockets. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best.
You know what makes this team so good? If you're open, you get the ball. Stick it in their hands or pound it on the. You have a chance to do something with it. That's
shot clock. Yao backs in. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. Now Paul. Really disappointing game for him in that loss to Chicago. Armstrong down low. Here's Grant from inside. Stopped him cold. The rejection by Yao. Here's Lowry. Drops it in on the layup.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
Here comes Chris Paul. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The three-pointer was no good by Peterson. Lowry. It's in for three. He has 5. Now Paul. Here comes Chris Paul. Last game he had 12. Here's Grant. Can't put an end to the run. The Hornets with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, they've played great defense. It's been an absolute clinic at that end of the floor. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
We're at the end of one, and it's close. The score, 10-9. Now Paul, averaging 22 points a game.
Substitutions on the court.
And here is Yao. It's a 5-point game. Shoots from 12. Botches the open J.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Make sure to prepare for the new year the right way. Basketball on New Year's Eve. We'll see Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. They'll face the visiting Miami Heat. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
And here we go with Tracy McGrady. He had 15 points last outing. Battier's shot. Good.
That's a good example of excellent communication. The nice lead pass led his teammate right to the rim for the basket.
On defense, the Rockets. It's a 5-point game. Here's West. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets go the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Coming from the same division, they'll play 3 more after tonight.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Houston. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And of course, there's the Hornets. Down 5 spots from them. And here are the Hornets now. 3-point lead. 4 games, you get to see all sides of the teams in your division.
Oh yeah, I love that. You see the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Division teams really know each other best.
No surprises here.
None.
Ariza with it. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Toscola from short range. Finishes with the soft touch.
That's a great pass. Way to get it to the open man.
Grant puts the hammer down.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Rockets on offense, trailing by 5. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. On defense, the Hornets. Yao backs him down. Off target with the jump hook.
An explosive finisher just met a more explosive defensive surge. Great battle down low.
Here's Armstrong. Laid in softly off the glass.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And now,
And here's what happened yesterday in the NBA. A good game for the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum, so the Wizards drop that game. The 76ers grab one on the road. The Blazers dropping that one. A road win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The New Jersey Nets losing at the Izod Center. And back to the game we go. 2-time scoring champion, multiple all-star player, Tracy McGrady.
One of the most prolific offensive players, I think, in the history of the league, despite being sidetracked by injuries throughout his career. When he's right, he's he's as good an offensive player as we've seen. 6'8", long, limber, quick, explosive. A better ball handler and passer than he's given credit for because he's such a prolific scorer.
When he is healthy and his mind is focused on defense, he can be a terrific defender too.
He can do everything. It's a shame that he's been sidetracked a bit by injuries, but when he's healthy, he's the guy that really can impact the game at both ends of the floor.
Here's Scola, trains it from just inside the three-point line. And here are the Hornets now. 4-point game. Don't forget to tune in on New Year's Day. We'll see Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be hosting the Sacramento Kings. That one's scheduled for a tip-off at 7:30 Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. 5 on the shot clock. Thornton nails it from the wing. And here are the Rockets now. The Rockets could opt for the quick shot here. That would leave him with the final possession. Lowry pulls up, high post. Here's McGrady, nails the easy jumper. 7 points in the game.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To Grant. Here's Grant. Buries the short-range jumper.
Tour de force performance right here. They're having a great second quarter.
And here we go with Tracy McGrady. He has 7. Taylor. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. You take a look at Okafor. Leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
Those who shoot high percentages usually take good shots, and that's exactly what he does. He only takes the shots that he feels like he can make. And more times than not, he makes a high percentage of them. The Hornets have been on a scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes the first half. The score, 28-22. Let's now go to studio for the T-Mobile halftime report. Now let's check out the story of the stats. The Hornets have benefited from their excellent bench production.
Well, you've got to give credit to the second unit guys for making the most of their minutes on the floor.
Grant has started off well.
He's been connecting the dots with his passing. He leads the game in assists.
Start of the third quarter here. We've got a close one for you. Glad you could join us as we get underway. Al Paul. Now Okafor inside. And here is West. He's guarded by Battier. No good from West. The Rockets trail. Lowry to the elbow. Here's Ariza. Lowry with the nice setup.
Boy, what a tough competitor, partner. He's still contributing even with the injury.
Now Paul. Here's Stojakovic. No luck on the three-point attempt. It's a close game here in Houston. McGrady dumps it off. And here is Yao. He's against Okafor. Yao's shot is off. New Orleans in the lead. It's one-on-one. Here's Grant. Lays it right in. 8 points for him. And let's check in with Cheryl, who got a chance to talk with Rick Adelman.
Hey, Kev. He said the answer is simple. They've had a hard time finding the net with the three-pointers. He said sometimes you're just going to have a poor shooting performance and we'll have to find another way to score. We'll see if they can find that in the second half. Now back to our play-by-play analysis. Kev?
All right, Cheryl. And it's the Hornets with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Here's Grant over McGrady. Booking off the offensive rebound.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence pays.
So it's Houston now. 6-point game. Timeout called the Rockets.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for the Rockets Power Dancers.
sure to prepare for the new year the right way. Basketball on New Year's Eve. The Thunder will be playing at home in the Panhandle State Oklahoma City Arena. They'll be hosting the Utah Jazz. That game gets underway at 7 o'clock Eastern Time.
It'll be fun to watch.
Ariza with it. He's got 6.
Substitutions on the court.
And here are the Rockets now, trailing by 10. To West. And finally, he sinks one. He's got 8.
He detected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
Down low, Yao from close range lays it right in. Sweet touch by the 8-year veteran out of China. And it's the Hornets with the ball. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Grant, gets another shot, and this time it counts.
Effortless, soft layup. Nice play.
To Battier, West is there. Six seconds to shoot. And here is Yao. He's against Okafor. Shoots from the post. Yao, that's good.
Your best bet is to deny him that position. Do your work early on defense. Once he gets inside on you, you've already lost the battle.
Here's Grant. The Rockets can trim it to single digits. T-Mac drains the open look. He's got 9.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. They're leading by 8. 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. He's guarded by Battier. 5 on the shot clock. Grant nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. McCready with the ball. To Lowry. 8 feet out. That's good. They cut the lead to 8.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Both teams continue to fill it up as we conclude the third. The score, 46-38. Grant has been playing aggressively. 14 points and 7 assists.
Boy, he's having quite a game, isn't he, Kevin? He's not considered to be one of their top players, but he has given them a big boost.
All right, the fourth quarter should begin momentarily. The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. So it's Houston now. 8-point game. And here is Yao. He's against Okafor. Puts the move on. Yao's shot is off.
You've got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
No good. And the Rockets going the other way now. Here's McGrady, kept alive. Working on Okafor. Can't hit from the post. Here comes Chris Paul. Here's Stojakovic. Hits the jump hook. They're in front, 48-38. McGrady with the ball. Defended by Paul. Lowry. The shot is off. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. Grant backs down.
Okafor, shooting 2.
And he makes the first one. He gets them both. And here is Yao. He's got 6. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Timeout, Rockets.
Cheryl, moments ago you had a chance to speak with Byron Scott. What did he have to tell you?
Hey guys, he wants them to post up more. He thinks they can take advantage down there. We'll see if he's right. Back to you, Kev.
All right, thanks, Cheryl. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Here's Grant. Connects from in close.
That's where you get the high percentage shots when you get the ball inside. Good things happen. That's a nice play.
Here's Ariza. Oh! Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
When he gets it that close, forget about it. It's all over.
And here is West. He's guarded by Battier. Grant backs him down. Stolen away by Ariza.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Battier in close. Graceful finish. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Okafor. Grant leads the game in assists.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Here's Lowry. David West grabs the miss. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
On defense, the Rockets, trailing by 10. Kick out, perimeter, 6 seconds to shoot. To West. He's guarded by Battier. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover.
Violation. Rockets ball.
Grant really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's really doing a great job of finding the open man, and he has his team working in harmony because of it. It's like he has a second set of eyes.
He is doing such a great job of distributing, Clark. How do you counteract that?
They need to put more pressure on the ball and to try to force him to give it up before he gets comfortable.
The Rockets will take a timeout. They're behind by 10. 1:36 after the fourth. Youth basketball in this country, Clark, always trying to find an edge, better training methods, more games, better coaching. How would you say it compares to the way young basketball players are being guided through the European leagues, European coaches, European schools, to the U.S. school, the U.S. system?
Well, you know what? It's really interesting. I'm not quite as familiar with how European players are trained other than what I've read and heard from other people. And there seems to be more of an emphasis on instruction and really developing players as opposed to trying to make kids pros too early. In the U.S., I think because there's so much coverage, because there's so much attention paid to high school recruiting, there's a tendency for young players to get caught up and distracted by the glamour of being a basketball player as opposed to the process of developing their skills. And I think that's detrimental to the players in the U.S. system.
T-Mac kisses it off the glass and in.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. 6-point lead. Six seconds to shoot. Here's Grant. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two. That's on Yao Ming.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Grant, shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Perfect from the line, and it's an 8-point ballgame. The Rockets call timeout here and take their last 22nd timeout. They're losing by 8. 25 seconds left in the game. McCready with the ball. 13 points in the game. Over Paul. And that one's good. McCready.
You knew that one was good as soon as he released it. That's cash money.
Grant with an assist. This trip would have a double-double. The Rockets are intentionally fouled.
Fouled him to prevent the easy basket. He'll have to earn it at the line.
Third team foul. Grant, shooting 2.
Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Gets them both, and it's an 8-point ballgame. Coach Adelman calls time. They're down by 8. 15 seconds left to the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
They're going to draw up a play here, but it's probably too little too late. This game is really just about out of reach.
McCready with the ball. 15 points in the game. Over Okafor. Kept alive from close range. And here are the Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
Defensive foul. Shane Adebayo. That's his second personal foul. Fourth team foul. West, shooting 2.
Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. Off on the second. And here we go with Tracy McGrady. Over Paul. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
The Hornets length the distance as they outlast the Rockets, 61-54. For his solid performance, Grant is the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.
Yeah, he did an amazing job of seeing the play ahead of time and setting up his teammates with good looks. Great performance.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports.
In a nutshell, I will call your performance dominating. Your shot selection was outstanding tonight. Some of them didn't fall, but that doesn't mean they weren't good shots. There is no better way to put your team into a position to win than by taking smart shots. Hey, another thing. It seemed like you were grabbing every possible rebound tonight. A lot of people think rebounding is just a matter of lucky bounces coming your way. But man, it's so much more. That's probably enough tooting your horn for now. Keep up this level of play.